Terrell, and I'm here at MiniCraft World Headquarters in Elgin, Illinois. And I'd like to show you one of their latest releases, the consolidated B-24 Liberator. This particular aircraft took place, the raid took place against the Ploesti oil fields, and it was one of the more famous or infamous raids because of the losses that were suffered to the aircrew on this particular mission. Let me show you the kit itself. On opening up the box, you'll see several bags of parts. The first has two sprues that have the engine parts and bombs, and then also some of the horizontal stabilizer pieces. The second bag has the main parts of the fuselage and also the interior sections of the bomber. And the final bag of the gray molded parts is the several parts for the wings. There's a bag that has all the clear parts for the aircraft. It includes the turrets for the guns and also the nose and the windscreen and roof of the cockpit. It's protected in this bag so it won't get scratched. Finally, there's an instruction booklet that takes you through step by step, which we'll look at in a little bit. And then lastly, a set of water slide decals, and the kit offers you the option of producing one of 3 bombers that took place on this raid. Okay. We'll just open these up. We'll start with the main sprues with the fuselage. Using my X-Acto knife just to open up the pieces. These are molded in light gray styrene, and they have all engraved or recessed panel lines, which gives a realistic portrayal of the aircraft. And you can see the main part of the fuselage. If you'll notice, the nose of the aircraft is not on this particular set of sprues. It's on another set. And MiniCraft has other versions of this aircraft. This happens to be a D model. They also have a J and an H model, which had a different shaped nose. So the nose piece would be on this particular sprue here. Okay, so that's the first set. And then, as I showed you, the nose section also has the horizontal stabilizer and some of the guns that were on the aircraft. Continuing in this bag, you can see the pieces for the engines and the propellers, and then also the bombs. The bomb bay can be positioned opened or closed, and you have the option of including the bombs if you'd like. And then the last bag with the parts of the wings. Take this out. And it just comes in the 4 pieces, the upper part of the wings and the lower part. And if you'll notice, they have the tabs on here. That when you do, this is coming off, and you shouldn't do this, but I will just break this off. This wing piece slides in here, and it connects to the opposite wing on the opposite side for added strength. And that's important in a kit like this because, as you can see, the landing gear come out of the wings, so you want to have something that offers good support. Put that back down. Alright, so then that's all the clear parts. And then the last bag, that's all the gray parts. The last bag is the clear parts. You can see the side windows, part of the turrets, and also the main windscreen. And then this is the nose section, which is a distinctive feature of the D model. And then the rear turret and one of the side windows. Let's take a look at the instructions. It shows a brief history of the aircraft and a little bit about the Ploesti raid itself. And then there's a parts map that shows all the parts, and they're numbered as they are in the instructions. As you can see, the instructions will take you through the interior of the aircraft first. And as I mentioned before, you have the option of putting in the bombs in the bomb bay. And it continues down through the turrets. And then in this step, you start to take all the sub-assemblies, put them in one half of the fuselage, and then put the second half of the fuselage together. So that is complete. One of the things that you really need to do here is add some weight to the nose. You can do so. There's room forward of the fuselage behind the glass nose piece, right on top of the nose gear. Put some lead weight in there, otherwise the aircraft will sit on its tail, which would be like this, which is not very realistic. So you want to have the weights in there to keep the nose on the ground. After you've done that, you again have the option of having the bomb bay doors open or closed, and this takes you through the steps to do that. Then the next series shows putting the engines together and the wings, which are a fairly quick process. And then after that, it shows putting all the pieces together to get up with your finished aircraft. The final pages show how to paint the aircraft. The paint numbers are listed on the side, and one of the things that you would have to do if you're going to paint it is to mask the clear areas with tape, so that when you spray over it, that you don't get it on the clear parts. And the last section shows the third version. After you have it painted, you would go ahead and put on the decals, and as I mentioned, these are water slide decals. So you cut the individual decals out, put them in water, take them out, let them soak, put them on a paper towel to soak up some of the water, and then put the decal onto, slide it off onto the particular part of the aircraft. Once you've done that, the airplane is going to be handled at all. It's probably a good idea to spray or hand paint a coat of clear varnish, or a lot of modelers use Johnson's product, which is Johnson's Pledge floor wax with Future in it, which works very well to seal the decals. Once you've accomplished that, you'll come up with a very accurately scaled and nice looking model of the B-24. Something that has a lot of historical significance, being one of the primary bombers in World War II. I was very pleased with the result of this model, and look forward to building another version.